Hey Michelle, how you doing? All right, I got your post up here. Great examples. Thanks so much for sharing. Interested in your writing too. I up to this point I've been I kind of changed the format in this particular discussion board with um, the video discussion, but I want you to address a question. I like to ask a lot of questions in discussion board, and quite often I luck out and students actually provide really robust responses, and that's fantastic. It really provides a lot of engagement in discussion board. So in this particular format, I'm going to ask you to address this question for me. So you mentioned, and has to do with your writing. So you mentioned, okay, I believe this is a good example because it's very interesting to look at. Okay, so my question that I would like you to address is this. Is it more important for good design? Is it more important that it's attractive to look at, or is it more, can we sacrifice aesthetic value with communicative value? So in other words, is it more important for design to communicate or to look good? That's a question I'd like you to address. I'm really super interested in your answer there. So let's go ahead and take a look. And now the problem I'm having, okay, this is attractive. There's no question. It's a really interesting style. But to me, I don't consider this to be good design because I don't know what it's telling me. I don't see a purpose. I don't see any sort of a narrative here. I don't see a purpose for this. It's not explicitly clear. Therefore, as a viewer, I'm confused. Does it look good? Sure, it looks great, but I'm confused. What is it? What's it doing? What's its purpose? Okay, and we contrast that to this piece right here, which is, of course, a little bit busier than this piece, but it's got a clear narrative. Obviously, this is a dream, right? And this has outstanding communicative value because there's no question as to what this designer is saying here with the design. This has a question to me. So therefore, I consider this to be a more effective design. I would like you to address that question. I'm really interested in your answer. This is just a mess. I mean, I'm not even sure what this is originally for. It's a pattern, and it just seems to be showing a lot of different elements over and over. It's obviously digital repetition, and I'm just really having an issue. And I agree, I don't think it's fantastic design, but it really depends on what it's being used for, I guess. I mean, I suppose if in certain specific instances, this could be a utilitarian piece. But the one thing that bugs me about this is that it's very clear that there's elements that are just being copied over and over, and they're not even trying to adjust the copy. It's just copy paste. For example, there's no transition, there's no reflection, there's no dilation. It's just copy paste, identical. That is identical to that. There's no change in the angle, the rotation, anything. So to me, even though it's busy as heck, it doesn't have a whole lot of variety, which to me makes it not a very unified piece. Of course, that's obvious when we look at it. Well, when I say there's not a lot of variety, I mean, this is identical to this. Everything that's being repeated is being repeated identical. Okay, so there's just no transition at all. And I think that's problematic. And I think that the viewer picks up on that, and it creates this like overwhelming kind of digital repetition that I think is a little bit visually stressful. All right. So anyways, I really enjoyed your post. Thank you so much. And go ahead and address that question for me. I'm really super interested in your response. Thank you very much.